Hello everyone. Welcome to Orpheus Education. Today we're going to take a look at one of the best-known American artists of the 20th century, Jackson Pollock. A major artist of abstract expressionism, he revolutionized modern art with his innovative dripping technique. By projecting paint onto canvas in a chaotic, spontaneous way, Pollock challenged the conventions of traditional art and pushes the limits of artistic creation. This radical approach has sparked debate and controversy, calling into question the very definition of art and how it is created. In this video, we will explore how Jackson Pollock pushed the boundaries of artistic creation and challenged established conventions. Paul Jackson Pollock was born on January 28, 1912 in Cody, Wyoming, USA. He comes from an Irish-Scottish farming family that instills in him a deep love of nature and the American landscapes. His childhood was punctuated by his parents' numerous moves, and a school career marked by expulsions and failures. These trials fueled the young Pollock's growing need to express his anxieties and emotions through the arts. In 1930, he followed his brother Charles to New York to study at the Art Students League. Under the direction of Thomas Hart Benton, he studied social regionalist realism. Thomas Hart Benton was a central figure in the regionalism movement, which focused on scenes of everyday life in rural America in the early 20th century. His works are characterized by fluid, almost sculptural forms and vivid colors. He often depicted American history, landscapes, and scenes of rural life with a sense of dynamism and movement. Under Benton's direction, the young artist developed a passion for the art of fresco, ranging from the Italian Renaissance to Mexican muralists. In the company of friends and family, he decided to travel around the United States to observe the recent achievements of Mexican muralist José Clemente Orozco. Mexican muralism is an artistic movement that took off after the 1910 to 1920 revolution, under the aegis of José Vasconcelos, then Minister of Education. He conceived the idea of decorating public buildings with frescoes aimed at popular education, without neglecting the illiterate. This project aroused great enthusiasm among many artists, who saw it as an opportunity to democratize art. The most prominent painters of this movement were Diego Rivera, José Clemente Orozco, David Alfaro, Siqueiros, and Rufino Tamayo. Their monumental frescoes, affixed to the walls of numerous official buildings, tell the official story of Mexico by illustrating pre-Hispanic traditions as well as the Spanish conquest, revolutions, and industrialization of the country. This artistic movement had a profound impact on Mexican art and exerted a notable influence on international artists such as Jackson Pollock. In the early 1940s, New York City was bubbling with creativity, and not by chance. The exile of French intellectuals, fleeing the occupation, brought a wave of new ideas. Artists and thinkers such as André Breton, Max Ernst, Claude Lévi-Strauss, and Marcel Duchamp settled in New York. They were at the heart of the Surrealist circles that transformed the art scene. Thanks to them, anthropology, extra-Western arts, psychoanalysis, and the idea of expressions resulting from automation takes a central place. Pollock met several members of the Surrealist movement and took part in automatic writing workshops led by Roberto Matta. Peggy Guggenheim, art collector and influential patron of the arts, played a decisive role in Jackson Pollock's career, offering to organize his first exhibition at her Art of This Century gallery in New York. Through her support and numerous commissions for several works, the most famous of which is the mural, Peggy Guggenheim not only helped Pollock make a name for himself, but also played a key role in the emergence of abstract expressionism. However, despite growing public recognition and commercial success, Pollock remained plagued by deep-seated doubts. The weight of expectations, combined with his own inner struggles, created in him a constant tension between the desire to create and the fear of not being up to the task. This duality often fueled his art, but it also contributed to his personal difficulties. The various artistic currents that Jackson Pollock explored and assimilated throughout his career led to the creation of a new art form of his own: dripping. This artistic revolution took shape in autumn 1945 in an old farm on Long Island, where he had settled with his wife Lee Krasner. The dripping reflects a new artistic philosophy, where the focus is on the creative process rather than the finished product. Pollock considers the act of painting as an expressive performance that reveals one's emotional and psychological state. By focusing on abstraction and exploration of the subconscious, he frees painting from traditional figurative representation. At the heart of the dripping technique lies the artist's free and dynamic gesture. Pollock deposits or splashes liquid paint onto a canvas laid flat on the floor, using various tools, such as brushes, sticks, and sometimes even his hands. This horizontal arrangement allows Pollock to work around the canvas, interact with it in a multidimensional way, and apply the paint in fast, unconventional movements. Pollock's gestures are marked by an impulsiveness and energy that translate directly onto the canvas. Each splash and spray of paint becomes a reflection of his emotional state and creative process, capturing the essence of the moment. The dripping technique abandons the conventions of composition to explore a more direct and intuitive form of expression. The final work is no longer simply an image, but a visual documentation of the creative act itself. By incorporating elements of chance and spontaneity, Pollock creates abstract compositions where shapes and colors blend and overlap, generating rich, dynamic textures. This process highlights gesture as the central element of creation, transforming painting into a performance where every movement is an artistic statement. The dripping, as a technique, thus offers a new way of understanding art, where gesture becomes the main means of expression and where the creative process is celebrated as an essential part of the end result. This bold, innovative approach not only marked a break with traditional methods, but also paved the way for a deeper exploration of the expressive possibilities of painting, influencing many contemporary artists. Although controversial during his lifetime, Pollock has managed to transcend artistic conventions, opening new avenues for creative expression. His contribution to art lies not only in his works, but also in his unique approach to the artistic process, emphasizing the act of creation itself. In short, Jackson Pollock remains a pioneer whose impact continues to resonate in the contemporary art world. If you liked this video, do the right thing, subscribe, and stay tuned for our next publications. See you soon.